Hello, Internet! Buckle up because we're about to embark on a journey to a land less traveled, a place where the rules are, well, let's just say they're a little different. Welcome to the ultimate guide for what not to do in South Sudan. This isn't your typical travel advice column filled with suggestions for the best hotels or scenic overlooks. No, we're diving deep into the cultural quirks and potential pitfalls that await the unsuspecting traveler. Think of me as your cultural landmine detector, navigating the delicate social landscape so you don't accidentally step on any toes, or worse. Consider me your guide through the unwritten rules. I'm here to help you avoid turning your trip into a disaster of epic proportions. We're talking full-blown, I'm never leaving my house again, levels of embarrassment. Today we'll cover the fastest ways to, and trust me, there are many. We're going to explore the express lane to social Siberia. Offend, alienate, and generally make yourself the least popular person in the room. We'll also teach you how to embarrass yourself so thoroughly that you'll be tempted to change your name and move to a remote island. All this in the world's youngest nation, a place brimming with potential and a rich cultural heritage that deserves respect, even when we're hilariously failing to show it. Forget blending in, that's for amateurs. We're here to stand out for all the wrong reasons, to become the subject of whispered conversations and knowing glances. Grab your notebooks, or your tablets, or your mental notepad. Or better yet, do the exact opposite of what you hear. That's the spirit. Embrace the chaos. This is your one-stop shop, your comprehensive guide, for turning a dream vacation into a series of international incidents that will be talked about for generations to come. Ready to become a cautionary tale, a legend whispered among travelers for years to come? Let's get started on your journey to becoming the most unforgettable tourist South Sudan has ever seen, for better or for worse. First up, disrespecting elders. In South Sudan, elders are revered, so if you want to make a terrible impression, ignore their advice, interrupt their stories, and treat them like background noise. Use overly familiar greetings, "Yo, Granny," and refuse any seat offered to you. When they speak, talk over them about your favorite reality show. It's the express lane to being socially radioactive. The youth from another continent, here to break all the rules. Let's talk fashion. South Sudan values modesty, especially for women. Want to stand out? Wear your shortest shorts and tank tops everywhere, especially in rural areas or religious sites. For men, go shirtless and complain about the heat. Ignore local dress codes and radiate pure, unadulterated foreignness. Why bother packing a scarf when you can just be a walking fashion faux pas, fashion forward or just plain offensive? Romance is universal, but public displays of affection in South Sudan? Not so much. Hold hands, kiss, or embrace in public and you'll turn heads for all the wrong reasons. Go for the full cinematic experience, a passionate kiss in a crowded market. You're not just tourists, you're performance artists making everyone uncomfortable. Your message, my comfort comes first. You'll be remembered as couple. The world is your oyster, a very uncomfortable oyster. Photography, everyone's favorite tourist activity. See something interesting? Shove your camera in people's faces without asking. Who needs consent when you have a zoom lens? Just point, shoot, and move on. Don't bother with a smile or a gesture. Just extract the image and leave. This is especially effective with children or in traditional communities. You're not there to make friends, you're there to document. National Geographic, minus the ethics. The cost? Just a little bit of someone else's dignity. South Sudan's politics are complex, so why not start a heated debate? Bring up the civil war, ask which side people were on and offer your solutions. Use sweeping generalizations and cable news talking points. Press for answers if people seem hesitant. Your persistence will be seen as genuine curiosity or dangerous disrespect. What's the worst that could happen? Just a ruined afternoon and a reputation for zero social awareness. Every culture has traditions, a rich tapestry woven over centuries. These customs, often unspoken, are the glue that holds communities together, the silent language of respect and understanding. The best way to show you don't care, to signal your complete disinterest in the world around you, it's a masterclass in how to alienate yourself and ensure a superficial travel experience. Ignore them all, every single one. Pretend they don't exist, or worse, that they're somehow inferior to your own. Dismiss the rituals, the ceremonies, the everyday interactions that define a culture. Refuse food graciously offered, especially if it's a local delicacy you've never seen before. A polite, "no thank you," is far too considerate. Instead, wrinkle your nose and make a show of your aversion. Take gifts with one hand and stash them away, as if they're an inconvenience rather than a gesture of goodwill. No eye contact, no thank you, just a quick grab and a hasty retreat. Insist on using a fork when everyone eats with their hands. Demand utensils even if they don't exist. Make it clear that your way is the only civilized way to consume a meal. Keep your shoes on indoors, tracking dirt and disrespect into someone's home. Ignore the subtle cues, the piles of shoes by the door, the unspoken rule of cleanliness and respect, and never bother to learn the local way. Why waste time researching customs or etiquette when you can just blunder through, leaving a trail of awkwardness and offense in your wake? Your way is the default. Everyone else is just quirky. Their traditions are quaint, their beliefs are amusing, but ultimately, your perspective is the only one that truly matters. It's the cultural equivalent of shouting in a library, a jarring disruption of the peace and quiet, a blatant disregard for the shared space and the people who inhabit it. You'll make an impression, just not the one you want. You'll be remembered all right, but as the clueless tourist who couldn't be bothered to show a little respect. But hey, you can't please everyone, especially when you're not even trying. So go ahead, embrace your cultural obliviousness. Just don't expect a warm welcome. South Sudan's religious sites, whether they be grand cathedrals, humble mosques, or sacred groves, are places of deep reverence and profound spiritual significance for the people who call this land home. These locations are not just buildings or geographical points, they are the heart of the community, the soul of their traditions, and the cornerstone of their beliefs. So if you're aiming to make a lasting impression, and not in a good way, interrupt prayers without a second thought. Barge right in, make sure everyone notices you. Take flash photos with reckless abandon. Ignore the soft, reverent lighting and blast your way through the atmosphere with the brightest flash your camera can muster. And of course, talk loudly about lunch plans, the latest gossip, or that hilarious meme you saw online during services. Bonus points if you can do it during a particularly solemn moment. Don't even think about removing your shoes in mosques. Keep them on, track in dirt, and show everyone how little you respect their customs. And by all means, complain loudly and frequently about the call to prayer. Make sure everyone knows how inconvenienced you are by their devotion. At indigenous ceremonies, feel free to touch sacred objects without permission. Handle them roughly, examine them closely, and generally treat them like museum exhibits. Ask intrusive questions mid-ritual, interrupt the flow, demand explanations, and make it all about your own curiosity. Treat every spiritual moment as a quirky tourist attraction, a backdrop for your next social media post. Pose, smile, and capture the moment. Never mind the actual meaning behind it. Your blatant lack of reverence will be a refreshing change, a bold statement that you're above cultural sensitivity and respect. You're not connecting with the divine, you're not seeking understanding or enlightenment. You're starring in your own travel show, and everyone else is just an extra. The locals will never forget you, and they'll have plenty of stories to tell about the clueless tourist who knew nothing about respect. Food is a way to connect, unless you turn your nose up at it. Grimace at local dishes, ask what is, and push the plate away. Whip out a protein bar instead, or pantomime gagging after a single bite. It's high drama, and you're the star. Your hosts will see it as a mortal insult. But hey, you'll have a great story for your friends back home. Worth it, right? Markets in South Sudan are vibrant and bargaining is an art. So, start with an insultingly low offer and refuse to budge. Be loud, dramatic, and complain about crazy prices. When you finally agree, hand over the money with a look of deep resentment. The goals strip all joy and respect from the transaction. It's not about getting a good deal, it's about winning. Nothing says gracious guest like turning shopping into a battle. Sacred sites? Barriers, signs that say keep out. To the clueless tourist, that's just an invitation. Hop fences, touch everything, and take selfies with burial mounds. If confronted, play dumb. Oh, was I not supposed to be here? Feigned ignorance is your perfect defense. You're not an intruder, just a curious visitor trampling on generations of tradition. But hey, you got the shot for your blog. Mission accomplished. Things are different in South Sudan. Electricity, roads, Wi-Fi, a gracious traveler adapts. But you're a professional complainer. Make your complaints loud and frequent. It's so hot. The internet is down. Traffic is a nightmare. Compare everything to home. In America, the water's always hot. Locals love being reminded of what they don't have. You're not just complaining, you're providing free, unsolicited consulting. It's not arrogant, it's sharing. You're building rapport, one insult at a time. In South Sudan, the left hand is considered unclean. So, use it for everything. Greetings, payments, eating. Extend your left hand for a handshake and watch the horror. Pay for coffee, wave, and eat with your left hand. When people recoil, act confused and offended. You're not just ignoring customs, you're questioning their validity. A bold move and one you'll be remembered for. Gender roles are real in South Sudan. Ignore them completely. Barge into men's conversations, insist on shaking hands, or direct all questions to the wrong person. For men, chat up women who clearly want to be left alone. Don't try to understand context, just assume your way is right. You're not there to learn, you're there to teach. It's cultural colonialism with a progressive twist. The locals will be grateful for your lesson. Time is flexible in South Sudan, but don't use that as an excuse for rudeness. Show up hours late for formal invitations, tours, or meetings. Don't call or text, just arrive when you feel like it. When you finally show up, say, "Sorry, I'm on African time," with a wink. It's a double whammy disrespect and stereotype in one. You're not disorganized. You're a free spirit. A very, very annoying free spirit. Greetings matter in South Sudan, so skip them. Walk up and make demands. No hello, no excuse me. In taxis, hotels, or on the street, just state what you want. You're not there to build connections. You're there to extract information. This sends a clear message. You are a function, not a person. People might answer, but the interaction will be cold and brief. Perfect for avoiding accidental friendship. A masterclass in social ineptitude. There you have it. Your complete guide to being the most isolating, offensive tourist in South Sudan. If you follow this, you'll be the star of cautionary tales for years. But if you actually want to enjoy your trip, try the exact opposite. Be respectful, humble, curious, and kind. Revolutionary, I know. Thanks for watching this masterclass in what not to do. Like, subscribe, and share your own clueless tourist stories below. Until next time, travel safe, or don't. Your call.